Hi, my name's Howard Duff. I'm often asked to work with clients to help them solve particular problems they've got. This particular story started in an airport. I'd actually never worked at an airport before, but what I did know was the way in which to solve a problem is to go through 3 simple steps. That's to move from what's the symptom of the problem through to understanding what the cause is, and then putting a solution in that eliminates the cause. Here's the story. So I was asked to go and work with these, and I'd never worked in an airport before. I didn't know anything about aeroplanes. I'd worked in nuclear engineering and ladies' underwear, and wasn't really well qualified for working in an airport. As aeroplanes came into the airport and landed, there was nowhere for them to put the bags that came in. There weren't enough trolleys for them. And the first question I asked the guys who were there was, so tell me, what's the problem? And they said, well, we haven't got enough trolleys to offload the bags onto. So you haven't got enough? No, we haven't got enough. How many have you got? Well, I think there's some over there, and there's some, and with some, and you don't know how many there are, and they went, no, we don't. No, you're right, we don't know how many there are. They're all over the place, and nobody's ever counted them. We're at Heathrow Airport. One of the symptoms of the problem that we've got is that we don't know where all these trolleys are. So maybe what we could do is draw a map of the airport and plot on the map where all the trolleys were. And so we drew a map of the airport, and onto the map of the airport, the guys who were working on night shifts went round with a little pad and they put crosses where all the trolleys were. But there was some interesting thing there. There was a concentration where lots and lots of trolleys were all in one place. I asked the question, so what are they all there for? And they didn't know. They kind of went, oh, damn, we didn't ask that question. Damn, we didn't ask that question. Off they went and looked at all the trolleys that were in this area that were damaged, and they found out 90% of them had the same problem. And they said, yeah, we've realised that the major issue was a bolt was shearing off, always in the same place. And all these trolleys that are sitting there waiting to be used are waiting to be repaired. So what we've done is we've bought a socket set and a bag of bolts, which cost us £7.50, and we've fixed them all. And guess what? We've now got enough to service the aeroplanes that come in. The other benefit that we got from it as well is that it used to cost us £2,500 to get each one of these things repaired. £2,500, I said. And they said, yes, £2,500. It was £2,000 to actually repair them, because the guy was taking them off site, painting them, cleaning them, fixing everything else on them, and then sending them back. And it cost £500 to move them on and off the airport.
That's ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous. But what they did was they went from symptom is we can't offload their luggage, to the cause of that. The root cause of it was these skips are actually needing to be repaired, and we've got no way of repairing them. The solution was, well, let's find a way of repairing them. So they did that. So that moved them through this journey of symptom, cause to solution.